Guys, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay. So marketing and promotion. Once your home is listed, Mike Napolitano will initiate the following 7-step marketing strategy. You can install a yard sign, place the home in MLS, prepare flyers, advertise home on websites, notify top agents, hold public open houses safely nowadays. Well, safely always, but social distance, of course. Notify area neighbors, door knock, call 50 neighbors, mail just listed cards. Tell them what you're going to do. Set the expectation. Let them know that you're going into action. You're not going to just be sitting around. Let them know. It's important to gain an agreement each step of the way. Gain acknowledgement. Get them to acknowledge. Get them to own it. After reviewing the marketing plan, ask the following questions. After reviewing my marketing plan, do you feel your home is well exposed and promoted? You should ask them if they like what you're offering. Right? It's interesting. Watch. So everyone thinks that sellers today want 3D tours. What if they don't want it? What if they feel it's a security breach? I don't know. Ask them if they believe that the exposure that you discuss and the promotion material you discuss is what they believe will get the house sold. Why do you want that acknowledgement? Because if 30 days the property has not sold, you're going to ask them, hey, do you believe it's something that I did? Do you believe the marketing and exposure and the promotion is good? If they say no, you're going to say, well, actually, you agreed that when I first started that what I was going into this with, you thought was a good plan. Well, yeah, I don't think it's a good one today. Okay, tell me what you believe is a good one, right? So setting the expectation up front allows you in 30 days, 40 days, 60 days to loop back, to go back to the beginning. That doesn't always happen if you haven't set the groundwork from the beginning. So once you have gained an agreement on your role as a consultant, change the focus to their role as a cooperating seller. The seller must cooperate as well. They have a role in this. Transitional dialogue. Now, since this is going to be a partnership, let me share with you what I feel I have the right to expect from you in your role as my partner. There's a lot of people that actually get excited to see this and help you with this. Here we go. Keep your home available, presentable, neat, and smelling nice at all times. Guys, isn't it true? There are some sellers that it's so crazy. Don't assume the seller knows this. Don't assume they're watching HGTV. Assume that your job, you're the consultant, your job is to remind them. If the house smells bad, if they're cooking something, they're spraying too much spray, whatever it is, your job is to tell them that. I remember recently, I think about a year ago, one of our top agents in our office got an expired listing that basically the only reason why the listing didn't really sell was the fact that they had a child and the child left toys everywhere and it was a complete mess every time you saw it. And what's interesting about that, it's not about the child, it's about, listen, they're living in the property. So children will put their toys around, but they have a job as well. They should clean that up when showing. It shouldn't be a disaster area because it disrupts the showing. Your job is to tell them. That's why they're hiring you. Sometimes people say, well, why? I mean, don't they want to see that we're living in it? Yeah, but we're trying to sell them. We're trying to sell them the dream, not show them this mess. So it's interesting that the agent prior to this top agent actually also took pictures with the mess. So number one, keep home available, presentable, neat, and smelling nice. Be available. Some homeowners will say, listen, I can't get home until 7 o'clock at night. I can only show at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, but 11:30 at night on Saturdays. Guys, that that's not going to sell the property. You know it. So you might as well tell the seller now. Okay, staging plan. If you're going to do a staging plan, have that conversation. Complete all the pairs as agreed. If they have keep the yard clean. Just keep it clean. You know, in the summertime when it rains, all these weeds all over the place, they're going to blame you later on for not selling when the reality is the house wasn't ready to show. Keep all valuables and prescriptions in a safe place. Leave home for all showings. They should leave home for all showings. Why? So it's not uncomfortable between you and the customer. Obviously, you always got to be safe, but you should recommend the seller steps out of the house. Don't discuss terms with buyers and or their agent without me present. So if the buyer's agent goes there, you should tell your seller, don't talk. I cannot believe in my 20-year career I've been working with buyers and I've been to the house, and my goodness, the seller tells us everything. And if I'm a buyer's agent, I'm legally obligated to represent my client. If they tell me everything, we're going to use this as leverage. So you must speak to the seller about how they should act. By the way, guys, let me just rewind you for a second, bring you back in here. And we're actually at the listing presentation right now. We're trying to convert the lead because many agents are not being this detail oriented. They're so like, get them signed up, run out the door. I've seen people get them signed up, run out the door, 6 months, no sale. Okay, no problem. Don't discuss terms with buyers. Don't call other agents for feedback. Right? Sometimes sellers go rogue and they try to call the agents for feedback. Hey, Bob from ABC Realty. I know XYZ Realty represents me, but can you tell me why my house is not selling? Guys, why would you want to tell the seller that? Why? Because it shows the seller's position. It sounds desperate. Be completely honest on the seller's disclosure. Keep all marketing information displayed and inform me if it's running low. Market your home to friends and acquaintances. Inform me if leaving the home for more than a week. I can't tell you how many times I'm selling a house and the homeowner said 2 days before, hey, Mike, I'm going on vacation to Europe for a month. Oh, okay. So how do we plan on showing it? I don't know. We'll get back to you. Let's go. Notify immediately if your needs or expectations change. Create the boundaries, right? Because each week, seller's expectation might change and they might just say, you know what? Let Mike keep showing the house. I just want to know what it's worth anyway. And they're using you. You should check in and gut check them in every single week if their needs or expectations have changed. Be brutally honest with me if you feel I'm not meeting your expectations. Tell me if I'm not doing a good job. I need to hear that. You want to give them permission. That's what this is for. That's what this list is for. Give them permission to tell you doing something wrong. Because if they think that you're doing something wrong, they don't want to get in your way, eventually they're going to just fire you without even giving you any feedback. Make sure everyone is on the same page before closing the deal. Once you have finished reviewing the expectation of each role, you must gain agreement so that you and the seller are on the same page. Do you think we have clearly defined our roles and expectations? Yes. Do you think they are fair? Yes. Is there anything else that should be included in the list? My role, your role? No. Confer value. Do you see the value in what I do? Absolutely. Or do you see more value in me than your previous realtor if it's expired? Yes. Great. If the seller has been allowed to self-discover what a working relationship with you would be like, and you've established yourself as a valid professional, closing is a snap. And I know the naysayers. Oh, Mike, that's easier said than done. I've been in the trenches. I'm not just teaching this. I live this. Live this. Okay, I'm not just reading to you. I've lived this. You must create a system. You must follow it. I can't tell you, from my mentor, I've always broken stuff that, when I first got started in the business and I didn't follow the framework. I didn't follow the model. Every time I didn't follow the model, there was always this, it's like I was pushing a boulder up the mountain. And then finally I said, all right, forget it, let the ball roll down on me. And it rolled down on me like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna follow it next time. And then I didn't follow it again. And then the ball rolled down again. Then I said, you know what, the heck with that, I'm gonna follow this, I'm gonna keep doing it, I'm gonna do it over and over and over again. And then everything that I did in the business, that's what I try to do. Here's the closing dialogue, guys. After our conversation tonight, I feel we have the makings of a win-win relationship. Do you agree? Right? Get them to start agreeing. Get them to shake their head. Yes, I agree. Do you feel I can handle the job of selling your home? Yes. Great, then let's move ahead with this. But we want to go ahead and visit another realtor. I can appreciate that. Is there anything they could say or do that would result in giving them the listing? No, we just think that we should see them once since we made an appointment. If you would like, I'd be more than happy to call the other agent and let them know you've chosen me to be your selling consultant. That way we don't waste any more time in getting your home on the market. What do you say? Would you like me to make those calls? Guys, what's interesting is that sometimes sellers are afraid to call the other agent if they like you. So offer it up to them. Now, it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation with the other agent, but I would say that probably out of, let's say, 100 listings I've taken, maybe 2 or 3, the seller was saying, you know, I didn't really want to call Bob or Susie. Would you mind calling them? Actually, yeah, that would be nice. Here we go. Success stems from duplicate processes and systems. Everything inside this class series, everything that we're teaching is about process and systems. And here's what's interesting, guys. I say this because processes and systems to me is very overwhelming, like many real estate sales professionals. But you must do it. You must do the best you can to get to a better process and system. Know that it will not be perfect. Just know that if you're coming up with something that, ready, go back to the beginning, that you can feel confident, so this way you can be more consistent. Then once you're more consistent, then you can be more efficient. And then when you're more efficient, then you can be proficient. And that's the pathway to getting better at duplicating process and systems. So here we go. First, ask pre-listing questions. Second, assemble and pricing tools. Third, confirm the appointment. Fourth, prepare a listing agreement. Fifth, get on the listing channel. So when I said the first 5 steps, guys, you should be preparing for that presentation. But again, many agents like to wing it. If you wing it, you get these results. Right, the results they all joke about. Oh, that's the real estate business. That's not a business that I want to be in. I want to be in this business. Okay, not this business. This business, because usually this business leads to people leaving the business, right? They go from here and here, here and here, here, boom, out the business. It's interesting. I've seen the greatest agents that have the greatest potential out of the business because they didn't have a process system. They got on a lucky run. When you create a process and system, just like franchises, okay, then you're going to build your business. So here we go. Get on the listing channel. Arrive on time. Remove the shoes. Move towards the kitchen. Request the tour of the home. Build rapport. Take notes. Hear the story. Find out the motivation. Where are they going? Ask to be seated. Do not just take a seat. Say, can we sit? Shall we sit? Explain the purpose of the meeting. Right? Review the agenda, which I promise you we will do once we get through this series. We'll go through the agenda and a live listing presentation. Review the agenda. Offer confidentiality. Uncover their needs. Prioritize the needs. Transition then to a CMA, which is the pricing, comparative market analysis. Introduce the 3 summary sheets, right? The expired sheets, the sold sheets, the under contract sheets, and the currently active sheets, right? Review sold summary. Review sold support information. Agree on the most appropriate price for the home. Verify the price meets the needs. Eliminate seller's remorse. Guys, listing package, you should have the folder, be prepared. It should always be prepared, look your best, right? That's one of the reasons why when people said work from home, and I know, we had some interesting times recently, you should always be dressed, ready to go. Get you in the right mindset. You should always have folders prepared with these packets. So get focused, then it's my role, marketing promotional plan, your role, and business card. My goodness, there's been times I forgot my business card, but get that business card. Get the electronic business card, the virtual business card, rather. Questions, 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 questions.